This episode of MMA Nuts is brought to you by
NordVPN. Get advanced security, internet freedom, and complete privacy. Save 73% off the 2-year plan plus 4 months free with code MMA Nuts. Wild Alaskan Company. Healthy, affordable, convenient fish sent right to your door. Save $25 off with code BIGFISH25. Watch Shop. From high quality watches to elegant jewelry. Save 25% off with code MMA25. Paleo on the go. Find delicious meals that fit your specific diet. Save $20 off your first 3 orders with code MMA25. Defense Soap. Everyday soaps for everybody. Use code MMA Nuts to save 15% off your order.
Hey fans, this is MMA Nuts, episode 640.
640.
My name's Eagle Weigel.
Matt Groth, MMA Show. By fans, for fans, walk the line between serious and ridiculous. Did you lose your gumballs?
No, I got my cord stuck. We're good now.
That's
I was
bad.
like, well, why is this so tight? It's because
Why is it choking me?
It was on my wheel here on my chair. Now we're good.
Gotcha.
Discombobulated. How's it going?
Straight out of Vegas and go back in the States.
How'd it go?
I don't know. It was great. It was a great show. And I that finally scoped out the Sphere. Saw you two. Maybe I'll post a little imagery. Can't post the sound. But it relates back to how would the UFC look in the Sphere now that I sat in the 400 level and couldn't even see the band. Which was my choice. I wanted to do that because I was more of the experience. I think you could be in the 300 level and still see what's happening down there. But from a fight standpoint, you ain't seeing dick in the 400s. You ain't seeing dick in the 300s. You'd have to you'd have to be in the 200s because I don't even know where it's comparable to anywhere else that we've watched fights. Obviously, you don't want to be on the main level because if you're flat, you ain't going to see shit unless you're like first few rows. And I never really enjoyed being that close to the fights. It's nice to do once to hear like the punches and all that shit, like the local MMA. But for like a big event like this, I just don't see how it's going to work because it's just too much distraction. Like I showed you some of the videos and like it is fucking overwhelming.
Bananas.
With the amount of light that shit is kicking out. And who knows, God knows what they're going to be putting up there with the UFC. I mean, yes, you're going to have a bigger screen behind you that everyone's going to be able to see, but the amount of distractions, I just think about like, you know, how ESPN 2 or 3, whatever one of those channels has, where not only do they have whatever the main sport is, they might have a ticker across the bottom of the screen, something down the right side, something down the left, something across the top. Like it's fucking overload. If I'm at an event, I just want to see the fucking fight, not all the nonsense.
So how do you think that would work? Like they would put the fight on like in a big screen behind the fight, like part of the like wouldn't that
You'd
be
have to.
Wouldn't that be distracting for the fighters though?
It's going to be distracting 100%.
Like
because
you're punching the guy and you're like the size of 2 houses or maybe bigger even, right? Exactly. Like that'd be weird.
And the amount of brightness and darkness that is going to change just based on what camera angle that they're using is going to be distracting because then that's going to be throwing light and shade in the octagon too. So it's like a whole clusterfuck trying to do it. I understand he wants to do it from the cool factor, but I think it's going to be a fucking nightmare fan experience if you're actually there. It might look cool on TV when they show you some alternate shit, but I think it's only good for concerts. And like if you had some kind of crazy IMAX movie, that'd be probably what it's used for, you know. But they can prove me wrong, but I believe I'm right on that one. So
yeah, I'm not super excited about the idea of this. It's sort of like Mexican Independence Day, right? Is what they were talking about.
Yeah, and just how tight the seats were. Like, if anybody wants to pass, everybody in a row's got to get up. I know some of the other places are kind of like that, but literally your knees are touching the fucking bar in front of you, and the incline is super aggressive.
Okay.
Because it's like stadium seats on steroids. So like I almost fell over just fucking walking up a step. I'm like, holy shit, this is steep. And I don't remember where else it was super steep. I was in some other stadium in the top. I'm like, what the fuck, man? This is crazy. So, but you're not gonna have an obstructed view, even if you have a tall person sitting in front of you. But yeah. So how about those Bears? Bears.
Oh, the Bears. I mean, it's more of the same. We're gonna win some games here right at the end to fuck up our chances of getting a good draft pick. I mean, what else is new? They looked all right against the Lions, I suppose.
For the second time. They didn't blow this one.
No, I think
Yeah,
just four games left, maybe something like that.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think if everything ended, if the season ended right now, Bears would have the number one pick from Carolina. And I think they're sitting around the number 5 for their own pick. So they're more than likely going to get the number one, and more than likely probably in that 5 to 7 range for the second
Wow.
pick
Yeah.
the Bears.
Carolina's 1-12. Ouch.
Yeah. And I think they got 2 games on everyone else. I think the next team's like 3 and something, 3
Jeez.
wins. So more than likely they're going to end up with the. And the nice thing is when they made that deal, I don't know if the NFL does this because hockey does it a lot, where they protect draft picks.
What do you mean?
So, like, say I'll trade you a round 1 draft pick, but it's top 10 protected. So if it's a top 10 pick, I'm keeping it, and then you'll get my next year's first rounder.
Oh, I don't know.
So luckily that didn't happen. Like the Bears, it's just a straight up wherever you guys finish, I'm getting your pick first rounder. Like, oh, so beautiful. That was such a good deal. DJ Moore.
I know. I mean, some things really look good. Some things still don't look great, but some things look good. I don't know. Like I'm confused because there's like a little bits of hope, but I don't know what it all means.
Well, it's some aspect of coaching, right? It's some kind of coaching.
Mm-hmm.
Is it the defense? And also you added Montez Sweat on defense, and it looks like you make one addition and he's a multiplier. Now the defense is like top in the league or close to it for the last handful of games. Like fucking A. Make a couple of changes. Coaching, quarterback, who knows? It's always fun to see.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping for the best. I'm hoping that maybe we'll get that draft pick and next year will be solid. But I don't know.
Yeah, they can stop winning games.
I mean, like no incentive. Right now would be good to stop like immediately. Yeah. Yep.
There's no incentive. So I guess we'll talk some MMAs. What's going on out there?
Yes. What should we talk about? Should we talk about the upcoming UFC? Should we just talk MMA news?
Yeah, let's talk about UFC 296.
Where the hell is my thing? Do you have the? Here it is.
Yeah.
I got it.
Go ahead.
Okay, UFC 296. Edwards versus Covington happening December 16th, which is like a couple days away. We have Leon Edwards versus Covington. Alexandra Pantoja. Is that right? Versus Brandon Royval. These names. And then we got, Stephen Wonderboy against Rakhmonov.
Yeah, Wonderboy is going to get absolutely destroyed.
I think so is Tony Ferguson.
100%.
I mean, I gotta say, this card looks decent, like from a maybe buy, not buy perspective.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts? Should we talk about the main event? Colby Covington making a return after being absent since I think
2 years,
spring of 22.
Fuck, man, he's been out forever. I think he's just, I don't know. I mean, it's a tough fight for Leon. I mean,
it is.
I don't even know which way to go on it because I don't like Colby.
I don't like him. He's got the wrestling, right? And Edwards is more of a striker. So I don't know how that's going to play out necessarily, but Covington with the long layoff, I feel like to me that's going to be a disadvantage for him. And Edwards, no strangers to fighting wrestling guys. He's been around a while. I got to go with Edwards with a KO here, and I don't think it's going to go very long. I think end of round 1, early round 2 is my prediction.
I hope so. That's what I want to see happen. I don't want a guy like Covington to win.
No.
He's
like the super villain, as he describes himself.
Yeah, well, he's not himself, and I just can't stand these guys that are just trying to play a character. Like, just be who you are. If you're not exciting, you're not exciting. You're fucking Stevie Miocic, and right. I still won't like you. I'll like you less if you're playing a character. Like, I like Miocic more than I like Covington. How do you like them apples, Colby?
Mm-hmm.
But I think I'm gonna actually pick Colby to win. And I hate to say that, by a boring fucking maul you down decision.
Don't say that.
Yeah, I don't want to see that, but I feel like he can just grapple fuck him into submission, which I don't want to see. I don't think anyone wants to see. But the real interesting fight, I think, is the Rachmanov Stephen Thompson fight, where Rachmanov's got so many first round finishes, and this was the fight that it seemed like payback against Wonder Boy for like talking and all that shit about, hey, I made weight, the other guy missed, and I should get paid. And then they offer him this fight. Like, well, here's the fight then, fucker. Like, great, thank you.
Speaking of Wonder Boy Thompson, did you see who he's been training with?
No.
Check it out. I can't share sound due to copyright. Here he is training some kicks with Jack Black.
Nice.
Jack looking pretty limber in his old age. I mean, I'm pretty impressed that he can throw this kick so swiftly. Hiya! Wonder Boy Thompson's like, oh, hiya.
Yeah.
And he's like, the leg. I hurt my leg. Anyways.
And I thought Jack was supposed to walk out with him at the last fight, but he had to pull out. And maybe he's going to walk out with him this fight.
Maybe.
We'll see. Where's this one at? Vegas. I didn't even pay attention to where the T-Mobile Arena was when I was out there. I did see the...
Isn't that where the Kraken play or whatever? Or no? Is it who's Vegas? Is that the Kraken?
The
Vegas,
Knights.
The Knights, that's it. Not the Kraken.
No, I saw the football stadium as we drove around. I don't think I saw the other one. So yeah, that should be a decent card.
I think it'd be solid.
Speaking of solid, let's talk about some sponsors.
Sponsors! Ho, 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 gentlemen. Get ready to jingle and deck your balls this holiday with the help from our friends over at Manscaped. The leaders in below-the-waist grooming have just launched their Performance Package 5.0 Ultra, but I like to call it the small gift for your big package, featuring Santa's #1 helper, the Lawnmower 5.0. Manscaped can guarantee you'll be stuffing more than just your stocking this season. Let your ornaments shine and enjoy 20% off plus free shipping at manscaped.com/MMA nuts. Mrs. Claus will thank you.
That's right. She's very thankful, that lady.
Mm-hmm.
The Performance Package 5.0 Ultra is the one-stop shop for holiday gifting perfection.
And just remember, you can get 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com/MMA nuts. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com/MMA nuts. Give the gift of Manscaped this holiday season.
Word. We're gonna take a sip of water. Feel a cough coming on. This episode is sponsored by Blue Chew. Let's talk about sex, guys. Remember the days when you're always ready to go? Now you can increase your performances, get that extra confidence in the beds and bedrooms. Listen up, BlueChew.com.
Process is simple. Sign up at BlueChew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. Best part, all done online. No visits to the doctor office, no awkward conversations, no waiting in line at the pharmacy. Blue Chew's tablets are made in the USA and prepared and shipped direct to your door in a discreet package for your package.
That's what it's all about. No one will know. No one ever knows.
No.
Blue Chew wants to help you have better sex. Discover your options at BlueChew.com. Chew it and do it. We've got a special deal for our listeners. You could try Blue Chew free We use our promo code NUTS at checkout. Just pay $5 shipping. That's BlueChew.com, promo code NUTS to receive your first month free. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. We thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the podcast.
Cold turkey may be great on sandwiches, but there's a better way to break your bad habits. We're not talking about some weird mind voodoo from your crazy neighbor. We're talking about our sponsor, Fume, and they look at the problem in a different way. Not everything in a bad habit is wrong. So instead of a drastic, uncomfortable change, why not just remove the bad from your habit? Fume is an innovative, award-winning flavored air device that does exactly that.
Instead of vapor, Fume uses flavored air. Instead of electronics, Fume is completely natural. And instead of harmful chemicals, Fume uses delicious flavors. You get it. Instead of bad, Fume is good. It's a habit you're free to enjoy and makes replacing your bad habit easy. Your Fume comes with an adjustable airflow dial and is designed with movable parts and magnets for fidgeting, giving your fingers a lot to do, which is helpful for de-stressing and anxiety before breaking your habit. You got to try the new Solano Fume. It's made with a premium walnut barrel and an onyx coated mouthpiece that has a slightly softer finish.
Oh. Start the holidays off right with the good habit by going to tryfume.com/MMA nuts and get the journey pack today. Fume is giving listeners of the show and also the viewers 10% off when they use our code MMA nuts to help make starting the good habit that much easier.
Word.
Back to the show.
I'm gonna show this finish from a fight that happened over the weekend. I'm gonna blur it out. This is Khalil Roundtree.
Is it bad?
Anthony Smith. No, it was pretty cool because he showed a lot of restraint.
Mm-hmm.
And he discombobulates him.
Oh, geez.
And then I don't know. People are saying, is he bringing the fucking hammer of Thor down on him? He's just cocked it up like, oh, man.
The ref is like, okay.
I think he's seen enough for this fight.
I like it.
I saw that. Let's see what else. There's this weird rumor of Conor McGregor running for president of Ireland has been floating around.
Whoa.
I'm looking at this tweet, and he's saying he's looking at his potential competition if I run. He's like, Gary is 78, Birdie is 75, and Enda is 74. Each with unbreakable ties to their individual political parties and blah, blah, blah. So basically, Conor is 35. I'm going to have to cough here.
Do it. For those of you not in know, Matt is recovering from serious illness.
Yes, I'm still semi-ill. Mm-hmm. I think I'm always sick in the head, but
totally.
So Conor is 35. He's claiming I'm young, active, and passionate. I got fresh skin in the game, blah, blah, blah. So do you think he'll actually run? And if he does, do you think he wins?
I think yes and yes. I think he runs and he wins. I mean, again, maybe not, because I think he's definitely going to run. But politically speaking, I don't know how corrupt shit is in Ireland. He may not win because of all the, maybe he'll get fucking blown up or something. I don't know. Like, they might come after him for doing that because he could potentially win the public vote. So
yeah, he's like the people's champion. And the weird thing was, so he tweeted that out, and then Elon Musk replied, so it got massive exposure. And then Conor kind of laid out the path of all these fucking different things that have to happen, and you have to win in these kind of 4 countries or communities, and then 5 of these people need to approve you, and then you need to fucking lightning strike the land over here. So much bizarre shit just to get, I think, on the ticket. I'm not exactly sure how it works, but it sounds like it's next to fucking impossible unless you're in the political parties to get in. But it'd be amazing to see, because I feel like there's a change happening.
It looks like Ireland uses presidential election uses a single winner public vote. So like it sounds like it's like the popular vote gets you in. So if he gets the popular vote, it's not like here where we have an electoral college. Um, seems like from what I can read, I could be wrong. Don't know that politics very well, but it sounds to me, according to our fine friends at Wikipedia, it's a popular vote. So I think he could possibly win that.
I think he could too. I'm trying to find his follow-up tweet with all this shit he was saying. Yeah, I can't find it. But it was just like I was saying, basically crazy to get in. So yeah, I don't know. I think he changes shit up because I think a lot of these people are getting fed up with whatever's going on wherever they're at. So
for sure,
Conor McGregor president.
I mean, he probably won't fight again after that. If that's the case, why would you? No.
Be all coked up on his yacht. Well, he speaks for the people, punching out old men in bars, you know. What else is happening?
Well, in the last few days, following suit with states like I think Utah, New York, and Florida, the California State Athletic Commission has approved bare knuckle fighting and slap fighting, and apparently events are going to begin starting as early as like late spring 2024. So power slap and bare knuckle fighting in California has been approved unanimously by a vote of 6-0.
Surprised they took them that long.
I don't know. This slap fighting shit is still like whatever.
Yeah, I'm not hyped for that. I'm more for the bare knuckle. I have some stats on that. I should pull that up. Let me find that. So Eric McCracken posted this. He says, here's some data on bare knuckle boxing, which is kind of surprising. It's like, let's start with the wildest stat. Bare knuckle boxers break their hands less than gloved boxers, like 2.8% to 4.7% in boxing, 3.8% in MMA. Did not know that. I thought it was more in bare knuckle. Fewer orbital fractures in gloveless fighting. So 1.5% in BKFC, 2.8% in MMA. Again, thought that would be different. Fewer facial fractures in bare knuckle, 3.6 to 14.5. But then he says this is where it gets way bloodier, so it looks more damaging. So per like facial lacerations per 100 fighters, 35 in bare knuckle, 7 in boxing, and MMA is 13.4. So that's where it really gets up. And then stoppage rates are way up in bare knuckle. 17.1% with a straight up KO, 18.2% with a TKO. Boxing is 9.1, 17.6, and then MMA 6.4, 39.8 for TKO. So his long story short, gloves weaponize the fist, but they look safer, deceptive. Gloves and headgear should come with a disclaimer. They don't protect the brain. Yeah.
Oh, look at that. In MMA, knockouts by punch went up 10 times once gloves became mandatory. Interesting.
There you go.
Looks like they got some
old school.
Yeah, just with these stats, sometimes I wonder like the validity, right, of the research, but since they don't really cite too much, I know they mentioned those place, but bare knuckle, less data points. So it'll be interesting to see if these numbers hold in a year or two from now, once there's been more fights, because the MMA has had way more fights. And I don't know, did they pull that from what? Is it just UFC? Is it all MMA fights ever? Like that they can find even local fights? I don't know how that whole thing works.
But... Yeah, I'm trying to click on the source. It's over 5 years. They looked at from 2018 to 2023 from Don Muzi, MD, from the Association of Ringside Physicians, put this together.
Okay. Maybe somebody has a report somewhere that they have to make when someone gets like a postmortem after fights. If there's been injury, they have to put that on record somewhere.
Yeah, it just seems weird because I would swear that bare knuckle. Well, I knew for 100% they're gonna have more cuts, but I would figure they're gonna break hands more often because people don't choose their shots unless you've been bare knuckle for a while. Because you see like the boxers that come in and try it, like, oh, I broke both my hands. Yeah, no shit. Like you gotta choose your shots wisely. And then if the other person's like using their forehead as a like catch for your fist to try to break your hand. But interesting. I didn't think that. What else is happening?
Okay. I just found this junior. I don't know. I think we might have talked about something similar before,
Mm.
but here's this. I can't share sound again. Sorry. This junior MMA thing, and I'm wondering what your thoughts are on this. These kids look to be maybe 12. Um, Here they are. He's walking out to the cage. I mean, they're not wearing any headgear, but they are
No,
wearing leg gear, some shin guards.
why are we
Right?
talking shit? We're going head to
They're
head.
talking a little shit, going head to head.
They shouldn't let them get that close to each other
Yeah,
pre-fight.
yeah. So I don't know, no headgear. I don't think this is obviously not a professional fight, and I always thought amateur fights required headgear.
Well,
But
it
here
can't be in the United States, so
they, because the writing is in English, and I don't know where this is. Um, but you can see some ground and pound. I mean, the one thing I noticed, okay, the technique is pretty solid on these guys, right? It's they look. There's he gets the tap. But is this too early, too young to be fighting like without protection like that? And after the reason I just played this is
mm-hmm.
strangely enough is because of what you just said, like the headgear and all that. Like, is this safer even though it doesn't look safer? That's my question, I don't know. And are you okay?
Is
Are you okay with it?
well, I go back and forth with it because if you go to Thailand, they're fucking fighting super young over there,
Mhm.
and that's part of the culture. Like that's just
It
what they
is.
do. Um, over here, am I okay with it? Probably not. I don't want to see little kids fighting. I mean, you're gonna have a couple scraps as street fights. That's fine,
Mhm.
but um, I don't know. Organized shit like that for kids seems insane to me, especially if you're not wearing the headgear. I know it's probably a little bit harder if you're doing MMA to fucking wear the headgear and grapple with that. But yeah, I don't think it's a good thing.
I don't think so
I'm
either.
just trying to process in my head like what's the right age. I mean, I think it's just 18. Like 18 is when that's when you can make your own call, and you want to do it, you do it. You probably start some shit at 16, but then 18 is when you can go no headgear.
Yeah,
But
I'm with you on that.
14 is fucking insane. So I would imagine I don't even know what is actually legal here in the United States.
I don't know either. Yeah,
Because fuck. I mean, there's so much shit that goes on in clubs. They don't give a fuck. They probably let anybody scrap.
they just go at it. Yeah,
We've seen
just
some
just bleed, baby.
We've seen some crazy teachers and students and whatever across training.
Mhm.
Like fuck, man. They let anybody train or teach, and psychos and guys that just got to get up and shadow box if you talk fighting to them. Like,
Mhm.
what are you doing? Okay, guess we're
Yep.
gonna fight the air for the next 5 minutes. So let's see what else is happening. Saw a guy with a sweet hematoma.
Ooh, let's see that.
Let's find him again. This might be one of the worst ones where he grew like another face.
Oh, damn.
You just
Is
see like that whole
that
side of
real?
beef. Yeah.
Looks like he won though too.
Yeah. Sometimes
Hmm.
you lose when you win. And then along those lines, so Eddie Alvarez was talking about his injuries from the fight with Mike Perry. He just said he confirmed he had two fractures in his left orbital, and one was a refracture. He was basically just saying, would have been a thing of beauty to close out the show for the fans. I felt great. This game is wild and unpredictable as can be. It's why I love it. The show goes on. I'm going to keep coughing over here.
It's okay. The show must go on, Matt, even if you're coughing. He's dying right now. If you're listening, he muted himself and he looks like he's gonna cough up a lung.
Well, the thing that sucks, it's not as much as just coughing. It's just because I have a pinched nerve in the neck. So every time I
Oh.
fucking cough, it's like pinching the nerve.
Oh.
Like, God damn it.
This is your definition of getting old. It's when you're coughing.
Yeah, and you're injuring yourself because you're like, motherfuck,
Well,
Anyway,
remember my neck used to get really fucked up from jujitsu all the time.
yeah.
So the other day I'm in the shower like a week ago, and I get out of the shower and I'm drying my back of my hair, and I go, oh, and I'm like, oh no, and Kate, Kate's like, what the hell is happening? I'm like, my spine is fucked up, and it was fucked up for 10 days. It was like it was
Oh,
doing
shit.
did that weird thing where like it misaligned, and I couldn't, and then the muscles all started to try, like my whole back was sore because it was trying to like fix itself,
Yeah.
you know. That's old age when you fucking hurt yourself.
How'd you fix that? You just let it work itself back out, or
Did some exercises I had from the chiropractor and
yeah.
just ignored the pain and still did all the normal lifted and all that. Surprisingly enough, like shoulder type lifts, lighter ones, I feel like it helped the muscles working, helped push things back together. But yeah, this is like old age shit. Like when you
Mm-hmm.
hurt from brushing your teeth.
Yeah. Like my neck shouldn't hurt from coughing. And it's not
No,
an aggressive cough, it's just normal.
like a
Run of the
like a
mill.
tickle kind of a thing.
Yeah, yeah.
No good. Speaking of aggressive,
Yeah. Yes.
have you seen wheelchair boxing?
I'm in. Let's go.
There it is. Look at these two. They're on some sort of a
Oh, fuck
platform,
yeah, man.
tied in, strapped in. It's like phone booth boxing if you look at it.
I like that, but I feel like this bottom thing should be on wheels so that they actually move around.
Oh, so they're like punches moving around.
Yeah, yeah. I would prefer them both to move, but I kind of like this because you're gonna make contact.
Yeah, because although I think otherwise it'd be too hard. Plus, if you have to use the wheels, now you're not
No,
protecting your
no, yeah, I
face.
know what I want
So,
now. Here we go. It's like a version of BattleBots with these
uh,
fuckers. You got one guy that radio remote controls the fucking wheelchair, so
ooh,
you're just throwing. You got to be in sync with your driver,
I
and
like it.
then the other guy is just punching. And you better hope your driver is in
It's a good
sync with
driver.
you, so you can fucking help you slip and move. Because maybe the wheelchair can also go up and down, so we can help you. It's like a rock'em sock'em, like fucking real life. I like this.
I'm on
Fuck
board
yeah.
with this. I like this a lot.
You combine the battle bots and the rock'em sock'em and the fucking handicap special fucking cripple boxers. I love it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Speaking of all that, I saw this rumor out there. I'm gonna post this a little. Misha Tate says she's open to a Holly Holm rematch at UFC 300 if she can make the date.
Whoa.
Wasn't that the fight that Misha choked Holly out in the last few seconds, and then Holly did that like
It
as she
sounds
got
accurate.
choked unconscious?
My memory does not recall exactly, but you probably are right.
Yeah, probably. Then Misha took the belt back in the day. I'd be down for that.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
What else I see? Me MVP signed with the fucking PFL. Not super surprising, but is the UFC ever gonna sign any free agents? Because that seemed like a guy that I would have liked to seen fight some of the guys in UFC.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he wanted too much money, couldn't afford him.
Yeah, well, I just wondered too if they just seem to be on this cheap spend where they're content with like all the Tuesday night fight guys. Like we just sign all these guys on like a 12 and 12 and we just keep filling cards. Don't need all these superstars,
Mm-hmm.
which is unfortunate because at some point all these guys leave and then you're just gonna have all pie fights. And I don't want all pie fights. Pie fights are nice every once in a while because those are hungrier fighters, but I like the established guys too, more so.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
there's more skill. What else is happening?
Let's see. I have a KO, and then I have some weird shit. So, are you ready for KOs?
Yeah, go ahead. I'll move around.
Okay, so here's a crazy ass KO coming at you. Curious your thoughts on this.
Oh,
And out he goes. He got knocked
oh,
out twice.
He did.
Bam.
Lost his mouthpiece.
Oh yeah.
Huevos rancheros.
Pretty brutal. Not good.
I got a couple. Let's see. Let me get these open here. Oh, I got turned volume down. Enter off. Oof. Okay. Let's share screen, not sound. So I got one here. It's kind of like slow motion now. They're showing the instant replay.
Oh geez.
Come on. The head bounce is never great.
Yikes. That's bad.
And this one, like it's
like
so fast.
It's like in the coffin, man. He's just done. Bang.
Just faded him with that. I don't know if there was a better angle, but fuck, there it is.
So like right on the temple?
Yeah. Ugh.
Ouch.
Those are tough.
Ouchies.
Yeah. I saw let's see, Brock Lesnar's daughter, Maya, broke the shot put record at Colorado State with a 18.5 meter throw. You want to see her?
Oh.
Here's Brock. And here's his daughter.
That's creepy.
They look a little bit similar, no?
Yeah. Chin and all. Good Lord.
Yeah.
She's a large person.
I wonder if she'll go into fighting. Should 100% probably going into wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
You know, seems like there's a career there. If she's that fucking strong.
Crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, I was bizarre, like how spot on they look. I'm like, oh my God. That looks like Brock in a wig or vice versa. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like you said, I think the genes are strong. The genes are strong.
Very strong.
I think I have one more. I gotta pull this up real quick. I always read this lady's name wrong. Her name is Ebony. And I'm like, Bane? Because she spells it weird. But interesting weigh-in. She always has this awesome weigh-in outfit on. But see how her name is? Ebanie. So I'm like, Bane? I'm like, oh, it's Ebony. Jeez. But
good Lord.
Yep.
That is crazy.
Like, that's why they should just allow whatever you want to wear to weigh-ins. The UFC used to do that, and we used to have fun. Everyone had fun.
No fun to be had. They've been hanging out with the NFL too much.
Right, exactly. I'm going to give you a fine, $3,000. You didn't look at us the right way. Mm-hmm. And then, what else you got?
I just got two things in knowledge, and one of them I don't know if I can play because I'm not sure. We'll have to see what you say.
Okay, I got a couple tweet of weeks, Ask the Nuts, and Knowledge. So
okay,
I'm gonna do a little tweet of weeks. Let's see what happens here. Oh, okay. This is from Meme World. This is a little Homer Simpson. Yo. That's one.
That's just funny.
And let's see what two is. Oh, so yeah, you saw the GTA 6 clips, I guess, are out there already. Or coming out, but so I guess they're winning Game of the Year already.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna play some video from this. I wasn't sure if we could.
Someone called the Department of Transport on this dump truck.
I have a long, lengthy trailer I want to play. I don't know if we're allowed to do it or not. No sound.
There was one I saw. I said probably not, and then the last one. So fans think Robert Downey Jr. looks old and sick because of his vegan diet, calling him iron deficiency man. Oh, fuck.
He does look like he's leaned up quite a bit, huh?
Yeah, I don't like it. He needs to keep the facial hair.
Mm-hmm.
That makes you look not sick. All right, what else you got?
Are we on to knowledge?
I'll do the Ask the Nuts, and then we can go
Let's
knowledge.
Do that.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is a weird one. You're doing a bank heist. Which van team are you choosing to help you? So you have John Jones van, Connor's van, Jose's fan, Paulo's fan, and Holloway's fan. And I don't know if I want the best fighters or I want the most
gangster dudes,
right? Or the calmest guys or people that I know that have gun knowledge. Because you don't want a loose cannon in there.
I'm gonna go. Probably.
I've seen Point Break.
I think I know shit. I think I'm gonna go with Jose's van. You know, Jose's, not Jose's. Sorry, Jose's van.
You're gonna fucking take Sean Strickland.
Well, I mean, the man can handle the piece, as we talked about last week.
Fuck.
So you know,
like out of all the loose cannons.
You know, I think I'm good.
I want what's in the vault. we ain't got time. We're going in the vault.
Yep.
I'm probably gonna take John Jones van.
Yeah, that seems like the most potential for explosiveness from where I'm sitting. Like shit could go really badly, or really well.
Because I don't trust John. I don't trust Jorge,
Masvidal,
Hamzat, and fucking Peter Yan. Like Wonder Boy's got the level head, but who knows, man? Who knows? You got a little gangster. You got a little crazy, a little Russian. Who knows what's gonna happen? Fun's gonna be had though, for sure. Right into some knowledge.
Yeah, I was gonna share that GTA 6 trailer, but I won't. Just go online and look it up, folks. I mean, I saw a video of it side by side of where it's like the old GTA and this one. It's ridiculous. Like it's night and day. They've worked on this, you know, the last 10 years. But more importantly, I would like to share a new sport with you. Ice tennis.
Okay, here we go.
Here they are at Wimbledon playing a little ice tennis. I feel like we could get on board with this. I mean, I don't know if I'd be any good at it, but I'd like to try to get good at it.
Can I shoot cannon? I feel like what was that fucking sport where they had the tennis ball gun and they would fire it at the contestants and they're trying to run through. Yeah, fuck American Gladiators. I feel like this, but with the version of American Gladiators, and let me fire the tennis ball gun, the tennis ball cannon or whatever. It's rapid fire. Whenever I want, at whoever I want. And they still need to try to figure out which ball is right.
Yeah.
I like that. I'm in. I saw this guy. So I got. Do you have any other ones before I?
No, I'm good.
I saw this hockey helmet. So the KHL All-Star. Look at this hockey helmet this guy got created.
That is cool.
It looks like a real fucking Kushi ski mask type thing.
That is really neat.
With the poof ball on you.
I'm surprised they allow him to have the poof ball.
Yeah, that's almost like when they do the Winter Classic.
Is that regulation?
It should be. And then I can leave you with this one. I'm so good. Santa came twice.
Damn, girl.
Damn hose.
Yeah, we got one more show, right? And then we're off Christmas week, and then we'll be back in the new year. So,
yep.
Can't believe it's a week or 2 weeks from Christmas. That's crazy.
I know. Like we're in the middle of like a Christmas decorating contest out here. Like fucking, I just had one of my decorations like tear down. One of my inflatables had I don't even know how big of a tear, a 20-inch tear in it. I'm putting all sorts of tape on it to tape this fucker up, and it won't tape up. So I had to buy like heavy duty thread and needle that's coming tomorrow. I'm gonna fucking try to stitch this fucker back together. Put the tape over it. Yeah.
Okay.
Going for it. Big needle, big thread. Hopefully to tie down all the tape and then tape over the tie and the stitch. Gonna win or come in third.
I think you'll do great.
We'll see.
Big winner.
That's right.
It's your year.
Should be. It's the year of the Grinch. We're very Grinch heavy out here.
That's good. I like the Grinch.
Yes.
Well, that has been he is a good guy. He's misunderstood. That has been another edition of MMA Nuts. My name's Ingo Weigel.
Matt Griffith, thanks for playing.